Scott Credit Union. Yours.
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and mahalo and happy St. Patty's Day to each and every one of you. I got a corned beef in the slow cooker, got it covered 90% in water, got some onion and some garlic on it and a little Irish spices. Can't wait for it to get done. Take the juices out, put it in the steamer, steam some carrots, some potatoes, some cabbage, a little bit of mustard, and that's gonna be my dinner. Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. Hello. How are you guys today? You know what? I think they are, my friend. Ian's joining us. Got E here. Chris Shockey with a Guten Tag, whatever that means. Guten Tag. Oh, he's giving me the German hello. Guten Tag. Oh, I got it. Oh, man. Blues fans are on a ledge. They are all standing at the top of Enterprise Center, all the way around, just waiting to take that one little step off. They are all going nuts. We didn't get to what? We didn't wait with you what? We don't make it to wait. We need defense so bad. It doesn't work. It does not work. It does not work, my friends. It doesn't work at all. The draft day trades, I'll tell you what. It hit me on one that was near the trade deadline that may have helped the team win the cup. And I might get the year wrong. I want to say it was 87 or 88 when Brett Hull came to St. Louis. What we sent to Calgary helped Lanny McDonald get his cup. I mean, you got to go way back to the mid-'80s. And again, the trades weren't for major pieces. They don't work. We don't need major pieces, guys. I'm telling you, it's coaching. We need coaching. If we had the right coaching, if we had a coaching staff that understood, and I know I don't have the knowledge they have, but I think they're missing something, and I keep talking about it. And just so you know, Ashley's at the game tonight. One of our friends, and I don't want to put his name out. He's a ticket rep. He offered her. She tried to get tickets from him, and he gave her tickets to take her daughter Allie to a Blues game for her birthday. I hope they have a great time. Pittsburgh. I mean, I saw Pittsburgh in the 18-19 season in December of 18. I think it was the 29th, just before my birthday. And they got tore up, man. They absolutely got tore up. I know who is available. You can have the bag. Wendy, I get it, okay? I understand that I don't know as much about hockey as any coach out there. I absolutely know that. But I'm telling you, sometimes you have to think outside the box. And right now, I'm thinking outside the box. And when I think outside the box, I look at the neutral zone. I look at the play of the forwards. I look at puck control, puck possession, puck protection. That's not on the defenders. Everyone, you know what? Scandella's not the junk you think he is, right? Look, now 99% of the time, I am a huge proponent of the eye test. I absolutely believe in the eye test. However, there's two different styles of the eye test, right? There's the eye test where you look close up, and then there's the eye test where you're looking the distance. Too many times when we use the eye test, we use this one. We use what's in front of our face. and it colludes, or it obstrudes, or it deflects on what we see far away. And when you look at what's up front, you miss what's happening behind. And what I'm seeing behind, God, I wish God, Golf King's so mad at me he won't even come on anymore because he's so tired of me talking about it. The neutral zone and puck possession, right? You look at the game they lost against the Jets in overtime. They only had, the Jets had 2 minutes more of offensive zone possession time than the Blues did. Like 540 to 320. Well, you know what? Right there, you're not going to win a game. The fact that you even took it to overtime was something. Well, actually, it's not on her birthday, but it's for her birthday. This is her birthday present. So it's her birthday present. It's not on her birthday. It's her birthday present. So her birthday was a week and a half ago. I even remember singing happy birthday to her. It was just before she got sick, right? So about a week ago. So this is her game, and I really appreciate it. You know, I have a good perspective on their mistakes because Rammer and Harv yell at me. You know what? I so wish I could get Coach Harv. I think he would do it. I got to see if I could text him. Get Coach Harv on the show, right? And I know Rammer won't. And Rammer already, let me know that. Yeah, but he'll only be he won't be there beyond the season, though. I don't think. I mean, if I'm Chicago, I do whatever it takes to get something for him. It was a move you thought would solidify your goaltending, and unfortunately, so there. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy, you just did something great, right? Here's Chicago, who looks at on the surface and says, we have a goaltending issue. We don't have a really good goaltender. So, you know what? We have this possible trade with Marc-Andre Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury is going to shore up our goaltending. We're going to make this trade. We're going to give some pieces away to make this trade and bring in Marc-Andre Fleury. Problem is, on the surface, it looks like goaltending. That wasn't the problem. They didn't have the defensive talent. They didn't have the defensive play, and not just defensive play to compensate for the goaltending. If they would have shored up, instead of going after Marc-Andre Fleury, if they would have gone and shored up their defense, they'd have been in a better position this year, right? And maybe, but at the same time, Wendy, do you disagree with me that if the bigger concern is defensive play, not defensemen, but the overall defensive play, than it is goaltending? I mean, it's great you're going to teach a young goaltender, but if you're going to pay all that money to bring in a guy like him, you're bringing it in to get wins. And if you don't correct the underlying, the main problem, here's what it is. You go and you see your paint job is coming up on your house, right? You see or not on a house, on a car, right? You see your paint job coming up, right? I have to look at that real quick, Wendy, just to make sure. I don't know what your goals against per game is. But so let me get back to where I was. So you look at your car, you say, paint's coming apart, you need a new paint job. So you go and you go to Earl Scheib, $199.99. We'll paint any car. You pay the $199. And all Earl Scheib does is paint over. That's all he does. He paints over what was there. Now, on the surface, your car looks really, really good. Did a good job, right? He did a good job. It looks okay. A month later, that paint job is ruined because all that rust that wasn't taken care of comes right on through and destroys it. And now you've got either A, a car you can't use, or B, you're going to have to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to correct something that you could have corrected earlier and not cost as much. Right? So to me, when everyone goes Scandella, 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 you're looking at the surface and not at what's actually causing some of Scandella's mistakes. Forwards not being in the same positions. Forwards not getting out of the zone, passing it back. Forwards not getting open in the neutral zone. Forwards in the neutral zone standing still at the boards, waiting to get crunched. Right? Those are the things that I see that are the underlying problem that create or make Scandella look worse. Really is. Right? And for me, at some point, you have to not do what you're doing, and right? You have to stop. You have to fix the underlying problem. I love these green jerseys they're wearing. And also, Toronto's wearing their St. Pat jerseys, which I absolutely love. Right? To me, if you did that, if you fix those things, you fix that, you correct Scandella. Right? You correct Scandella. That's absolutely where it comes from for me. You have to correct the real problem, not the borderline. So here's the lineup. So Riley centering Perron and Saad. Shen with Tereshchenko and Kyrou. Not sure I like that line. Brown with Buchnevich and Barbashev. The Bush is back. And Sundqvist with Torpachenko and McCachran. Those lines are confusing to me. Okay, so the Chicago Blackhawks, and again, I just want to, maybe this is proving a point, maybe not. The Blackhawks are 24th in goals allowed per game at 3.41. Goals for per game, they are 29th at 2.61. Okay. So, maybe, I don't know. You're allowing 4 goals a game. I mean, 3.5 goals a game. That's, to me, that's something that you got to correct, right? You have to correct that, right? And I don't know how many are empty net goals, but that's something you got to correct to me. And I can look at that later. But you look at goals for per game. The St. Louis Blues are 5th at 3.54, right? They are. Minnesota Wild are just ahead of them at 3.68. The Maple Leafs are at 3.68. The Avalanche are at 3.82, and the Florida Panthers are at 4.10. The Florida Panthers going after players right now makes no sense to me. None. I think it's gonna haunt them in the end. The Hurricanes are allowing 2.36 goals per game. Calgary Flames are allowing 2.43. New York Rangers, 2.58. Pittsburgh Penguins, our opponent tonight, are allowing 2.61, 4th best in the league. The Blues are allowing 2.76, 8th best in the league. When you're in the top 10 in goals for and goals against, you're a pretty dang good team, right? I am really looking at so much more. Okay, Lance, I can do that. I'll send you one. Appreciate you, buddy. I'll send you one. Lance says the real problem is the Blues aren't consistent because we say in the Autobody rust never sleeps. And you're right. And I think that the rust of the Blues Well, Lance says it's the consistency. It's not so much to me, I get that, but you're never going to be here, right? Especially when you're at this level, right? You look at, so here's the bottom, right? Here's the top. Consistency is staying right like this. Well, if you're in the middle, I can see that. When you're up here, you're going to be a lot more like this. When you're one of those top tier teams, you're going to have a lot more of that than that. I'll send you a link when I set up the first intermission, bud. I really think that the rust is the defensive play of your forwards. And now you look at this team; they have basically, when everybody's healthy, 3 number 1 lines. Now, Bozak got hurt on Tuesday at practice. Apparently, he went into the boards wrong, may have twisted an ankle or something. And being that it's 4 weeks and not 6 to 8, I think it's probably that. And it is something, it could be a pretty good strain, right? Which is a slight tear. And that might be why they want to let it wait 6 weeks. His foot might be swelled up. He might not be able to get his get a skate in. So we don't know yet. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. Or he could have twisted his knee, right? And twisting his knee, you do the MRI and they say, well, we don't see any damage, but okay, so you're going to wait 4 weeks to see how he feels on his knee. I can see that too. That makes a lot of sense to me. And okay. The one move that they didn't make that I thought would have been the perfect move right now, put Bozak on LTIR and bring in Neal. Neal might be that guy to help out, right? Brown, you're going to end up losing that draft pick on Brown. And you know what? If you're okay losing that 4th round pick, if you've decided you're okay, great, but I would have rather you played him a lot more earlier than wait until it was a necessity, right? Because if you weren't okay giving it up then, why would it being a necessity are you okay now? He won't clear waivers, and that's the other issue right now. He's not going to clear waivers, right? A team would snap him up in a heartbeat. I really think so. I think bringing in Neal, because he's already cleared waivers once, and he's doing really good down there, it may help him. He may really give you some wins in the early going. I would absolutely say that. I've seen on Twitter today they were talking about the St. Patrick's Day massacre with Kelly Chase getting suspended for 10 games and Jamie Rivers causing, and now they're showing it. Jamie Rivers causing it because he wouldn't come off the ice. Oh wow, man! I wish I would have been around for those days. Oh, the Navy took so much away from me. Oh man, I love it. Well, guys, where are you at? What are you thinking about tonight's game? What's your thing? Let me get into the stats while I'm giving you some time. Let's get overall. The Blues are 34-17-8 for 76 points. The Penguins are 36-16-9 for 81 points. Another time we're facing a team that's a little bit better than us in the standings. For us, this is home game 31. We are 27-3 at the home. This is road game 31 for them. They are 19-7-4 in the road. They have the best home record in the league. But they're only 17-9-5 at home. So, that's why Pittsburgh's down there. That's why I had them at number 10. Maybe they're number 9 now. More than likely, we'll face Yari tonight. Yari is 29-12-6 with a .232 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. Husso should be in net for the Blues. It's 15-4-3 with a 2.24 and a .928 save percentage. Scoring first. That's what it's going to come down to, guys. Scoring first. The Blues are 19-8-5. Pittsburgh is 26-3-2. Opponent scoring first. Pittsburgh's 10-13-7. The Blues are 15-9-3. Vladimir Tarasenko is on the verge of being in 5th place overall, alone, in overall points. He is 4 points away from 500 career points, right? And he is chasing my buddy, my pal, my friend, Gary Unger, for 4th overall at 575. I don't see him getting it, but it's nice to know that he's right there. Let's see. Tarasenko's playing. He's just short. He'll play his 600th game with the Blues this year, a regular season. Goals, he's 5th overall at 238. Unger's got 292 at 4th, so I don't see him passing that up. But the points, what I was talking about, Tarasenko's tied with Steen for 496. Gary Unger is 4th at 575. So he's 79 points away from Gary Unger. Tarasenko is 8th in power play goals at 62. He is 1 away from Pavel Demitra at 63. Berube is just climbing that. Berube is going to be 4th overall in games coached in the Blues in history when he has 10 more to pass Andy Murray, 10 to tie Andy Murray at 258. Wins as a coach, he's pretty solid in that number 4 spot. I don't think he'll catch. He could catch 12 more wins. If he could get 12 more wins this season, which is a possibility, he will catch Brian Suter for 3rd overall at 153. You know, I like it. You know, let's see what happens there. So let's see what you guys got to say after I went over the numbers. 4-3 Blues. I watched that game. It was great. I'm saying 4-2 Blues. So I looked at Pittsburgh, and according to their past wins, they have not done so good on the road as of late. Their last win on the road was March 3rd. Ooh, I didn't see that. That's an interesting fact there, bud. Interesting fact, Aaron. I appreciate that. Husso has a .938 save percentage at home, and I hope win percentage at home. Right, that's 4th overall in the Blues for a season. I want Husso to have that game tonight. He needs that game, right? He needs that game. He's playing one of the best players in the league, and they've got solid lines. He just needs that game tonight. And if he has that game, we're going to win it. I think goaltending is going to be important tonight. But again, it's fixing the issue. And I actually saw them working on it. They were doing some neutral zone play where they had the 2 nets set up on the blue lines and playing within the neutral zone, moving the puck, trying to move the puck. I saw some of that from some of the Warriors when they were watching practice. I liked what I saw there. I think that overall, the Blues have a chance to solidify their position. But straight up, don't worry about the trade deadline. Because honestly, in my opinion, there is no trade out there that's going to help you where you're not going to have to give away more than you're getting back. Right? Garth Butcher type trade. I was talking to Dante earlier, and he's like, well, Guru isn't Butcher, and he's not Miller. You're right, he's not. But it's not what those guys brought. It's what you had to give away to get them. And when it comes to Guru, what you have to give away now Dante says, oh well, they want young guys, they want prospects. Okay, Guru makes $8 million. We have $122,000 in cap space. In order to bring Claude Guru in, we have to clear $8 million in cap space. So we have to give away, solid core players to get Guru. Subtraction by addition. Right? I actually see it. And I'm looking at what Florida's doing. I think Florida's hurting themselves. I think Colorado is hurting themselves. Here are 2 of the best teams in the league, the top 3 teams in the league, telling their players, you're not good enough to win the cup. We have to get somebody else. I'm sorry. In your psyche, That bothers you. That bothers you. And that's why draft day, that's why these deadline deals don't work. That's why teams that make these deadline deals do not win the cup in the year they make the deadline deal. They just don't. Maybe they bring in a depth guy where they just, they bring in a guy and give up a couple of picks that he's a little bit better. He's a third liner, but he's not the reason you won the cup. Right? For example, look at Pat Maroon. The year before Pat Maroon gets there, the Tampa Bay Lightning get knocked out in the first round. Pat Maroon gets signed for a one-year contract, and lo and behold, they win the cup. Did Pat Maroon win them the cup? No, he did not win the cup. He was a depth player. He brought some stuff that helped them, but if you take him off, I think they still win the cup. Right? What won the cup for them was, Hedman or whoever, and I can't remember, the guy that, had to have surgery at the beginning of the season, was out the whole year, cap space, comes back, and then, he's there just blowing it away. I see that is what won them the cup, and they did it again last year. Right? So those type of things are what won them the cup. Actually, the reason they won the cup in the bubble was, everyone had to reset. And they seemed to not have the COVID hits during the off that everybody else did. Right? That's why I think they won it. And then that, they ended up getting, Dallas, who was nowhere near as good as them. Right? 7 games in 14 days, almost every other game, every other day. They've only got 6 points this month, so they need to chomp it up. I'd love to see them get closer to the 20 mark. 14 points, right? Which is winning all 7, which I don't think is going to happen. But they got to get in there and get points. They've got to have 10 wins. They need 20 points for the month. I would love to see them get 10 wins. And the best month they've had so far is 8. Right? I've still got a little. I'm just now seeing them coming up, so I'll wait just a few more moments before I disappear. I know there's about 10 minutes before the game comes on, or around there. And then again, I don't know how far I'm delayed, so I'm doing the best I can, guys. I'm enjoying, thanks for coming on the show today. Really great. Really enjoyed it. I guess they had a St. Patrick's Day parade. They're showing it a little bit today. Man, I miss St. Louis so bad. I really, really do. I miss you guys. I miss each and every one of you. I wish I could be home. I wish I could be at the game today. I wish I could be doing this professionally. There's Panger. Panger's back. Panger had a good game to watch last night. Right? Okay, guys. So this is Guy, the Y Blues fan, saying aloha. Mahalo. You got to know I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you at the first intermission. Aloha.